Perfect. Thank you, Senator Black. Good morning, Senators. It's a pleasure to be with you. Thank you for inviting FCM to contribute to this important study on this important topic. FCM is the national voice of Canada's local governments. Ensemble, nous représentons plus de 92% de la population canadienne. And our members include municipalities of all sizes in all regions of the country, in every province and territory, as well as the 20 provincial and territorial municipal associations are also members of FCM. I want to make 2 points in my opening remarks. The first is that we need to increase coordination between all orders of government, federal, provincial, territorial, Indigenous, and municipal, when it comes to preventing, responding to, and recovering from wildfires. And the second point is that municipalities, in part through efforts led by FCM, are improving their understanding of local and regional climate risks. But we need long-term federal infrastructure investments to reduce those risks to communities over time. As you all know, the 2025 wildfire season is already the second worst on record after 2023, with a total of over 8.8 million hectares of forest burned as of September, and thousands of Canadians evacuated or displaced. It's the third record-breaking season in a row, made worse by extreme heat records in Canada and rising global temperatures with devastating impacts. And municipal leaders are very concerned that this is the new normal for Canada, and that the current emergency management framework that we have in place are no longer sufficient to address this new normal. In Canada, wildfire management is a provincial or territorial responsibility, while municipalities typically deal with fires and emergencies within their jurisdictions. However, the increasing number of homes and businesses near forested areas, local firefighters are often being called upon to address wildfires in the region that threaten their communities. Rural firefighters are often volunteers, and many communities do not have the resources to provide adequate firefighting services or equipment. Municipal water facilities, where they exist in rural areas, were built to provide drinking water and remove wastewater, and were never designed to battle the size and intensity of wildfires that we're seeing today. When a major wildfire threatens a community, local officials, police, and RCMP are the ones on the ground coordinating evacuations and supporting provincial resources that are stretched thin by the increasing number and scale of fires occurring, often at the same time in the same province or even the same region. Les municipalités qui hébergent des personnes évacuées ont aussi beaucoup de difficultés à leur offrir un logement et les services dont elles ont besoin. FCM is encouraging the Government of Canada to explore the development of national coordination measures, including, but not limited to, a National Emergency Management Agency or a National Fire Administration. For example, as a first step, the federal government could consider acquiring a sufficient national fleet of Canadian-made water bombers with home bases strategically located to best serve and respond to the needs of rural communities. All orders of government need to ensure that local first responders have the training, equipment, and support needed to respond quickly and effectively in all parts of the country. In partnership with the federal government, FCM's Green Municipal Fund has been investing in a new program. It's a $530 million program called Local Leadership for Climate Adaptation, and it was created through the National Adaptation Strategy. Through this program, FCM is helping communities identify climate risks, including wildfires, and develop strategies to defend their communities. Mais la demande est très forte et les nombreuses municipalités ont besoin d'aide. On sait que chaque dollar investi dans l'adaptation climatique permet d'économiser jusqu'à $15. And so municipalities are looking to the federal government to help them scale up these efforts and keep residents safe. The Disaster Mitigation and Adaptation Fund, currently delivered by the federal government but fully subscribed, is one example of a federal program that's been serving small, rural, and remote communities to adapt local infrastructure against natural hazards like wildfires. And FCM is looking for this program to be expanded this year. Last point, FCM is also calling for funding to close remaining gaps in cell service and broadband connectivity on all highways across the country, as well as transportation infrastructure, so that rural and northern communities can ensure the safety of residents during disaster events such as wildfires. It is in all of our interests to make these investments upfront rather than after wildfire events that risk lives and destroy towns. All orders of governments have a role to play in adapting our communities and preventing and preparing for wildfires before they occur. Merci.